Hello, this is Dr. Kathy McGuire of Creative Edge Focusing. This video is part of a series and a free e-course which teaches Carl Rogers' empathic listening and Eugene Gendlin's experiential focusing as self-help skills. And in the course and in these videos, I have broken Gendlin's 6-step focusing process down into a lot of even smaller steps so that you can learn to relax and go inside in a safe way. So you can learn how to find a felt sense in your body, as Gendlin describes, and how you can go back and forth between the felt sense and words and images, which is the essence of focusing. But today I am going to give you a complete focusing exercise where you will spend 20 minutes to a half an hour trying out Gendlin's focusing. The basis of focusing is Gendlin's discovery that we have within us, in our body, in a vague, pre-verbal, bodily felt way, a lot of wisdom and knowledge about our life experiences. And a best way to change repetitive behaviors or reactions is to pay attention to this body feel of those situations. And it's from this body feel that you can make new words and images through focusing, which allow the entire behavior pattern or reaction to change, shift, open, and come to a new place. Gendlin called it a felt shift. I call it a paradigm shift. For me, it's as if you have a kaleidoscope and you turn that kaleidoscope and suddenly your whole gestalt, your whole situation in terms of a problem, opens and changes, and new possibilities, emotions, and action steps are possible. So that's why we do focusing, to find these new possibilities. So I'm going to invite you to go inside. We'll do a little relaxation exercise. You can use many different ones. Today we're going to practice one where you tense and relax various parts of your body, just to bring your awareness to your body. Then I will give the simple focusing instructions to let go of your thinking, go inside into a peaceful place in the center of your body, ask an open-ended question, not a yes or no question, an open-ended question, like, how am I today, or what's going on for me? And then instead of answering from your head, from what you already know, you're going to just wait quietly for the felt sense, the body wisdom of that whole thing to form in the center of your body. And then after you get a felt sense, we're going to slowly try to look for words or images or gestures that are just right in capturing that felt sense. We're going to take any words or images that come and we're going to resonate and check them against the body sense until the body sense says, yes, that is exactly right, that fits. So if it doesn't fit initially, you look for better words or images until you find ones. It'll be a body sense of, yes, that's exactly right. I call that an instant aha. It's just unlike anything you can figure out in your head. It's just aha, that's it. It may not be a total solution, but it is one step on the path of changing. So you can continue that back and forth process of asking an open-ended question, letting a body sense form, looking for words or images, checking and resonating those against the body sense, fine-tuning or adjusting, until you find words or images or gestures that are just right. So here we go. I invite you to sit up in your chair or lie down on your bed if you think you can stay awake doing it that way. And there are many different kinds of focusing instructions, all with the basic same model. And today we're going to just do one called How Am I Today? So lie down or sit up, get comfortable, loosen any clothing that's too tight. You're starting to turn your attention towards your body. So I'm going to invite you to stretch your arms up above your head, and if you're lying down or even in your chair, see if you can stretch out your legs and point your toes. Stretch and relax. And breathe. And stretch your arms and your toes as far out as you can. And relax. And breathe. And again, stretch. And relax. And breathe. And if you haven't yet, close your eyes if you're comfortable doing that. And let your body relax into the floor or the chair. Now I'm going to invite you to tense and relax various parts of your body, and it really will let you bring your attention into your body. So let's start with your feet. Tense them up, curl them all up, hold, and relax, and breathe. Now see if you can do the same thing with your calf muscles. Tense them up. Locate where they are, tense them up, and relax. And breathe. And now we'll do that with our thigh muscles. So if you can locate your thigh muscles, tense them up. And relax. And breathe. That almost gave me a cramp in my leg. I suggest you can shake your legs around a little if you're any temptation toward cramping. And breathe. And now do the same with your pelvis and buttocks. Just tense them up, locate them, tense them up as tight as you can. And relax. And breathe. Now with your stomach and lower back, tense it up as much as you can. And relax. And breathe. I find myself wanting to stretch out my shoulders. And now the same with your arms. Tense them up as high as you can. And relax. And breathe. And now with your face and neck, tense your face all up. Squinch it all up. Raise your shoulders up to your ears. Feel the tension in your neck and let go. Relax. And now do anything else you need to do to feel really relaxed in your body. And now you can notice with your eyes closed if you have any thought process going on. Just notice and just set that aside. And go down into the center of your body, around your heart and chest area. And look for a peaceful place in there where you might ask yourself a focusing question. And now, ask yourself, how am I today? And instead of answering from your head, your already known just wait quietly and see what comes, what forms in the center of your body. How am I today, really? And see if you get like an intuitive feel of the whole thing. Not words, something that's more than words, forming in the center. How am I today, really? And now I invite you to go back and forth between that body sense and looking for some words or an image, a metaphor, or even a gesture that would begin to capture, to convey what that is all about. So looking for some words or an image or a gesture. And you might find just a quality word like tense or jumpy or excited or sad or joyful. Let's see if you can find a quality word or image or gesture for that inner felt sense. And now go back and forth between those words or image that came and the felt sense and see if they resonate. If it's like, yeah, it's something like that. And for me, for instance, the words that finally come are, I just want to be free. But yours will be different from that. And now, for whatever words or image or gesture have come for that felt sense, now ask yourself another open-ended question like, and why does that matter to me? What's that all about for me? Why does that matter? And again, we're going to be quiet, not answer from our head. Go inside to that center around the heart chest and just sit quietly and wait for something vague and pre-verbal, an intuitive knowing to form. Why does that matter to me? This, in my case, being free. But whatever your words are. And again, look for words or an image or possibly a gesture that are just right in capturing that body feel, that intuitive knowing. Why that matters, why does that matter to me? And now I invite you to ask yourself, what would this situation be like, or this feeling be like, if it were all okay? And see if you can get a body feel and then some words or images for that. What would this be like if it were just totally resolved, totally okay? Don't answer from your head, sense in your body, and then carefully look for words or images that fit the body feel. What would this be like if it were all okay? And again, you should feel at least a slight aha or yes, that's right. And now ask yourself gently, what's in the way of that being totally okay, of that being totally resolved? What's in the way? And again, don't answer from your head. Wait quietly for a subtle pre-verbal knowing to come in the center of your body. What's in the way? And look for some words or an image that capture that. Taking any words or images that come, checking and resonating them against that body sense until something releases and says, yeah, that's it. That's what's in the way. And again, you're going back and forth between any words or images that come and the body feel until you get a sense of fit. It may not be nice words that like you wanted to find, but it'll be something that fits. And just having words or an image will make some sense of release and relief. Like, yes, that's it. That's what's in the way. And now I invite you to take that image of what it would be like if it were totally okay, and whatever words or images you got for what's in the way of that, and see if you can hold those two things together in your felt sense. What it would be like if it were all okay, and what's in the way, and see if anything new comes just from holding both of those things together. And again, don't answer from your head. Just wait for something vague and pre-verbal to form in the center of your chest, heart area. What would it be like if it were all okay, and what's in the way? Holding those together. And see if you can find some words or an image to capture that, holding both of those together. See if anything new comes there. Words or an image for that. And now ask yourself in that same open-ended way, is there any small step that I could take to bring me closer to how I'd like it to be? See if there's any small step that you really could take now to bring it closer, even though it's not a full solution. Some small step in the direction of it being more okay. And again, don't answer from your head. Look toward the center of your body, the vague, pre-verbal, felt sensing. Some small step I could take toward it being more okay. And again, look for some words or an image to capture whatever body feel came, and resonate and check those words, images against the body feel until you fine-tune it, until something inside says, yes, that's it, that gets it. That's a step I could actually take. And now just take another moment, receiving what has come, thanking your body wisdom. This may not be a total solution, but you have spent some time with the body feel of this issue or problem to be solved. You've hopefully gotten some small steps, some images, some sense of fit or release. So just appreciating whatever has come, not judging, just appreciating. Seeing if you could take that small step with you out into your life and try it out in some way, maybe every day, a little bit. And again, being gentle with yourself about whatever's come, and just knowing that you've given this maybe stuck place in your life some attention. You've started the pot percolating, and now, even if you put it on the back burner and go on with your life, something new is percolating. You've given some energy. Who knows when a new idea or solution will pop up. So you've now practiced Gendlin's focusing. Hopefully you've had some peaceful and appreciative time with yourself. And I invite you, when you're ready, to come back into the room, open up your eyes. And if you feel the need to get a little more present in everyday reality, back into this life, You can do that by just looking around in your environment in a very specific way. Like, I'm going to choose to look at everything in this room that's a circle. I'm going to notice all the circles in the room around me to bring my attention back. I'm seeing circles everywhere. I see a pumpkin in a photo. I see a dial on a timer, speakers on my computer, a number of different round buttons I could push. Round magnets. Just again knowing that's a simple exercise called present time from another peer self-help method that can help you get present if you need to do that after focusing. So here we are. It hasn't been quite 30 minutes. Hopefully you can see that you could have major life steps happen or just small ones.